So you need to build a campfire. But the question is, how do you turn this into a proper campfire? Let's figure that out. Well, the first thing that we need to know about building a proper campfire is that we can never expect this to burn this. It's just not going to happen. It's like asking an infant to eat a T-bone steak. You'll start off very small with teeny tiny twigs, and then you'll graduate. Once that gets burning, you'll move up to twigs also, but they're no bigger than the size of a pencil. And then once that gets burning well, you immediately graduate up to larger fuels, such as the size of your fingers. Sticks that are about the size of your fingers. And then you graduate immediately up, once that starts burning, to sticks that are about the size of broom handles and baseball bats. That's what you're thinking about there. And then from there you can go to split wood and larger split logs and full logs too. So once again, start off with a very small campfire, teeny tiny twigs, graduate up to pencil sized, finger sized, broom handle sized, and then split logs. Okay, so we're ready to go. Now the next thing that we need to get our fire really going is some kind of device. It can be anything, a piece of cardboard, anything. I'm using this, but we need to fan the flames of the fire to get the fire going. Well, let's begin. First, I'm going to take the very small twigs and get these going. Make sure that you find a place. We're going to start right next to our campfire that we already have going, but make sure that the ground that you put it on is dry. So if you have to get some rocks and put it up on top of rocks, it's fine. But if you put it on wet ground, it'll soak up that water and it'll be a nightmare to get it going. All right, so that's ready. I'm going to get my next bundle ready and waiting, so I don't have to go searching for it. Okay, so we had to move it on the other side of this fire because the smoke was getting to me. All right, let's start again. I already see some smoke. On there for just a little bit longer so I can tell there's a good flame. Okay, it's not too bad. All right, perfect. Now immediately graduate up to more fuel and bigger fuel, but don't overwhelm it. A little bit of air. Perfect. You can even hear the fire once it takes full effect. Other thing to remember is don't use don't use rotten limbs that are all mushy and full of water. But make sure that your fuel is dead. Make sure the wood is dead, because if it's green, it's going to be really hard to start it. It's got sap in it. It'll be hard to get it going. You have to cook out all that moisture first. All right, that's not bad. You can always tell if the limb is dead if it snaps. If it just sits and bends, then it's probably green. All right, now, as soon as you see that kind of a flame, immediately start building a teepee with some larger fuels, the finger-sized fuels. That's, oh, ouch. Yeah, it's getting hot. Wow. Get that going. You want your coals to get graduating bigger and bigger and bigger. Let that burn for just a bit. That's perfect. You want to be careful not to put too big of wood or too big of fuel on it immediately, because you don't want it to die out on you. You want to smother the fire. You want what you've got to turn into coals. Well, the fire's been going a little ways, so I'm going to put some more on there. And things like this, it can take fuel like that now. Really, you have it. You keep feeding it with, that's pretty much it. You just keep feeding it oxygen, you know, keep monitoring it, because even at this stage it can die, it can die back down. At this point too, be careful of adding to this kind of a fire at this stage dry grass and dead leaves, because that turns to ash real fast and it can smother the fire. So just keep on monitoring it, keep on fanning the flames, and then pretty soon this will turn into this. Thanks for watching. All right, so let's briefly recap. You want to think of starting a campfire in miniature. Just use little tiny twigs going up to the size of pencils, then broom handles, and then larger like baseball bats and logs. That's the main thing. Keep your fire going with the fan, and that's it. Thanks so much for watching. See ya.